Hayward is the position coach in the secondary, but Coach Wilcox is a former safety. What have you learned from him directly about that position?
Man, those guys, both of them, have helped us out, tremendously. Coach Hayward works with us from a day-to-day basis, and Coach Wilcox, he comes in and he's the brains of the operation, so he knows everything that's going on as far as just everybody's supposed to be doing here and there, and so he's been helping us out a lot as far as techniques, things, little tricks of the trade, stuff like that. So, so we're just excited to execute.
Well, Justin, I don't want to have you give away too much, obviously, but without giving away too much, what is maybe one thing that fans will notice about this defense that's different from what we saw last year?
I think the one thing has to be speed. We're gonna be flying around and swarming to the ball. We got guys all around, safeties, corners, linebackers. Even our D line's been just giving effort. That's the thing. That's what they're grading us on is effort, and I think that's going to be evident come Saturday.
And then the obvious question: this is your final year, obviously, as a Dog. So how important is it for you to get this defense righted and to end this thing on a good note?
Man, I want to leave my mark here. So I've been here for a long time, and after this year, there'll be no more Willingham recruits. From back back my freshman year. So we got to end this thing off right and just go out there and give it all I have. Got nothing to lose, so make the most of it.
No question. Starting tonight, Justin. Good luck. We'll talk soon, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Just know the last time you walked off of a football field in a game situation was the Alamo Bowl. Can you talk about just that feeling versus this feeling now, the anticipation to get out there and kind of start a new chapter?
Yeah, man, that's in the past. I feel like now we're just starting fresh. So, we want to go out there and execute, the preparation that we've been doing for the last however many months it's been, and especially this week, we just got to nail down tighten up the nuts and bolts on, everything that make our defense work and go out there and start fresh and see how this year starts off.
Some people think there's like this psychological damage from all that happened last year, but when did you guys truly move on? It wasn't right after the game, obviously, but with the new coaches and stuff?
Yeah, new coaches came in, you guys just have to be open-minded and willing to, adjust to whatever they're going to bring to the table, and I think that we've done as a unit, as a defensive unit, we've done a great job of making that transition, from the old coaches to the new ones, and everybody's been willing to adapt, and we'll see how our first test comes a couple days, so we'll see.
I mean, you got to be excited though to kind of show people
it's different, and that's the main thing is that we want to put out there on display all this hard work that we've been putting in, and let America see that. So.
How smooth was that transition from the old defensive stuff to this?
It was good, man. Coming in when there's new coaches, there's always in your mind as a player, you're thinking, what's it going to be like, all the different coaches. But I think it was a perfect transition. It was smooth. I like all the guys that they brought in, and I think people will see that.
You've seen Ryan Katz. You played him for 4 years. You've seen him before. What for you? What can you teach the rest of the defense that hasn't played against him?
He's athletic, man. People underestimate that a little bit, and he has a powerful arm. So I think we just got to be ready for whatever they bring at us. We know the type of stuff that they're going to bring, but we got to be ready for the deep balls, and they're going to run a lot of play action stuff. So we'll be ready.
People preach about being aggressive as a defense, but it seems a little different. Everybody always says, "Well, we're going to be aggressive," but from what we've seen in this camp, they really emphasize it to the point like, "Hey, you might make a mistake, but we'd rather have you doing it aggressively."
Yeah,
How different is that mindset?
I mean, from a player's standpoint, it makes you not worry about making a mistake because you know that you just focus on the next play. So you just got to go, give 100% effort every play and focus on that down, and don't think about the pass. You got to have a short-term memory on defense, and that's what we're doing.
Because if you worry, you start to hesitate.
Yeah, if you worry, you hesitate, you're slow, and then the guys pass you for 6. So you got to just play in the absence of fear.
How influential was that last year? Were you guys hesitating?
I think some people were. I'm not going to say everybody was, hesitant and stuff, but I think, at times people might have been a little nervous or a little scared that coaches might get on it if they make a mistake. And when you play like that, you're not putting your full potential. You're not playing to your full potential. So I think that's one thing that's big that's going to help us out this year is guys are just running around, giving effort and having fun playing fast.
It kind of snowballs too, like one mistake, and guys get that.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're thinking something's going to happen wrong, something's going to happen wrong. It's just kind of a mental thing that plays out. So if you're not worried about stuff and you know that you're going to handle your assignment, then things usually work out pretty well.
And they showed it to you too. It wasn't just like they say it, but they showed it. Like there was mistakes and you didn't get yanked out right away.
I mean, hey man, you just got to focus on the next play. That's all I can really say.
This might not fit into the short-term memory, but with the Alamo Bowl last year, when you guys were in the locker room after, what thoughts are going in your mind in the hours after that?
Just frustrated. I mean, especially a game like that, man. You never want to come out on the losing end of a game. That's just a heavyweight bout like that. But man, it was tough. But look, we knew as a defense we just had to learn from it, and use that as a stepping stone into the next year. So I think we're headed in the right direction.
This is your last year, so what is the main goal for you to accomplish this year?
Man, just leave it out on the field. Just let people know, but through my actions, through my play, how much I love the game and how much I want to leave, my mark here at UW.